Today we're going to be diving into the world of Assassin's Creed 1 and taking a deep dive into one of our first targets, Jamal, the traitorous assassin hidden in plain sight. After Altair breaks all 3 tenants of the Assassin's Creed underneath Solomon's temple, he is scolded and promptly demoted to the rank of Novice, all while it had looked like he'd been put to death in front of the other assassins. Before being given the task of hunting down the 9 targets scattered across the Holy Land, Altair must prove to his mentor Mualim that he remembers how to be an assassin, and that is when we are introduced to Jamal.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
So you'd have me take a life?
No, not yet at least. For now you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
But that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
Someone has betrayed the assassins and is working alongside Robert de Sable, and it's up to us to find out who it is, how it happened, and get some information. But before we can do that, we are stopped outside the fortress gates by another assassin who's been tasked to remind us on how to do our job.
Peace, Altair.
You're in my way.
Yes, Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
From this interaction, we learn that the assassins already know who the traitor is and are refusing to tell Altair, which is all part of the point on seeing if Altair can remember how to be an assassin outside of just killing a target. We are given one bit of useful information to begin our search at the village market, as that is where they first spotted the traitor, so that's where we'll go. Once there, we can eavesdrop on a pair of assassins, most likely Rafiq's given their dress, and listen in on what they're talking about.
I know what I saw. Mualim opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Mualim.
I can't. Mualim did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
But the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Mualim's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Now we know a few things. Someone else is helping Jamal, an accomplice. They exchange letters with someone who's a basket weaver, who delivers letters between the 2 traitors. But the problem is that he's hiding for fear of being dragged into the situation. But we have another name for our investigation. A man named Mualim, who was a local herald at Masyaf. Sometime before the events of Assassin's Creed 1, they converted from being assassins to working alongside the Templars in secret. From what we understand, Jamal personally sent a letter to Mualim through the basket weaver, ordering him to open the gates to allow the siege of Masyaf to take place. This would have been a success if it wasn't for the trap that the assassins had set up as a precaution, a trap that Altair sprung upon the Templars, who were currently distracted by Mualim and their desire for the Templar treasure, the piece of Eden which Mualim now possessed thanks to Malik. Once we leave the marketplace, we can head to the basket weaver and listen in on another conversation before we pickpocket the letter.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you...
Once we've pickpocketed the letter, we can read that letter, which says the following. Brother, I fear our plans have been discovered and we can no longer meet. Best you disappear before Mualim's men find you. They must not learn of my betrayal or everything we've worked for will be undone. I've left some coin for you near the dead cypress tree. Take it and head for Damascus. Lose yourself amongst the people there. When things have settled, I'll contact you again. As for I cannot leave here knowing Mualim continues to deny the freedom of these people. A new world is coming, one without war, without fear or pain, so I must help them any way I can. You'll probably believe me foolish, but I must remain in Masyaf. I'll be near the center of the village on the stage, calling out to my brothers and sisters. Maybe I can make them listen. Maybe I can make them understand. May the Father of Understanding guide you. Now we've read the letter, we learn a few interesting things. We know where Masoon is, on the stage preaching to the people of Masyaf, but also that it's best that Jamal heads to Damascus and blends in there, waiting for more orders. Who out of these men was the leader, and who was the lackey? Now we know his location, we can overhear Masoon talking to the crowd, exactly as he said he would in his letter.
But men like Mualim would see this dream destroyed. 2 days' attack was but the first, and more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies.
Once he's finished preaching to the crowd, we can follow Masoon to a secluded location and promptly beat the information we need out of him.
Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide.
Masoon did indeed betray the Brotherhood. He believes that Robert's cause is just, and is ready to die on that hill. Jamal told Masoon of his plans, told him to open the gate, leading the Templars into Masyaf and getting others killed in the process. But it's not us to decide on if this man should die. It's up to Mualim.
You stand accused of betraying our Brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die.
Masoon died as he lived, with conviction. He believes in the Templar cause, believes it to be the truth, even after Mualim gives Masoon a chance to repent, but he refuses. He is proud of what he did, and his only regret is that the plan failed. After hearing all we need to, Mualim impales the blade through Masoon's shoulder into his heart, ending his life. Once this is over, we get a bit more dialogue on what will happen to the one who helped him, the man in question being Jamal. Mualim says that it remains to be seen, as some do evil out of ignorance and that these men have the potential of being saved, but men like Masoon have corrupted wills and cannot be saved, so these types of men need to die. But this isn't the last time we get to see Jamal. As soon as we are given our quest, often referred to as the Hunt for the Nine, we leave Masyaf and enter the kingdom. Normally we just ride on past and synchronize our first viewpoint, but if we stop and use eagle vision on the group of assassins just before the viewpoint, one of the assassins will be highlighted in red, this being Jamal, the traitorous assassin who's hiding in plain sight. We can assassinate him and we won't lose any synchronization, but we do need to leave the area promptly, otherwise we will anger the other assassins and have a fight on our hands. But what if I said again that this wasn't the final time we would see Jamal? In Assassin's Creed Revelations, during the first memory of Altair where Masyaf is under siege again. You know, if I had a penny for every time this happened with Jamal, I would have 2 pennies, which isn't a lot, but it's funny it's happened twice. We can use eagle vision at the beginning area of the memory, and you can see that one of the assassins is once again highlighted in red, this assassin yet again being Jamal. This is just a little Easter egg, but it could be hinting that he was a traitor to the assassins even then. One final note on this deep dive is that it's interesting how so early in the game game we are given a traitor, and in the beginning we just assume he's a mad fanatic who's spewing lies and nonsense. Yet once we've played the game to its conclusion and discovered the truth, it's funny to see how we were just silencing dissenting voices who were against Mualim. Perhaps these two traitors knew more than the rest of us, or maybe I'm looking into it too much. Either way, it's a neat little thing about how perspective can change once you've completed the story of Assassin's Creed. But there we have it, a complete deep dive into the traitors of Masyaf. But ultimately, what do you think? Let me know down in the comments, and if you're a fan of Assassin's Creed as much as I am, I reckon you're going to love the video that's up on screen now. Thank you so much for watching the video, and please like and subscribe so you never miss a future video on the channel. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.